Hello and welcome to the best football show you didn't know until now, and finally an early kick-off you can actually look forward to. Tonight, Chris tries on some new shoes.
Are these your mums?
No, my mum's not a size 8, you monster.
Ruddy causes a fire drill.
I don't know. They shut it, as you can hear again. We watch it.
And I join the Tour de France. Right, in what can only be described as one of the greatest mishaps in sporting history, I've obviously got a Tour de France shirt. But before we get into that, we thought we'd introduce ourselves. My name's Luke, I'm a Sheffield United fan and somehow still love the beautiful game. To my left
is me, Chris, a Man United fan, and also somehow still loving the beautiful game.
And to my right,
Josh, or Ruddy, whatever you want to call me. A Doncaster Rovers fan. Same with these boys, tough time at the minute, but still love them.
So throughout this first series, you're going to see us compete against each other in a number of challenges. We're going to be going to football grounds across the country, and we're going to be welcoming on guests to come and compete in our other leaderboard to win some illustrious prizes, which we will show as things go on. To get things started, I took the boys to our new home of football to compete in our first ever football challenge. Off you two for a second. Right, first ever episode. I brought the boys, bear with me, to our new home of football, the Kinetic Academy. I don't know why I'm shouting, because you can hear me very clearly. Basically, the Kinetic Academy gives you, I'm good at this, the opportunity to improve your skills. All right, all the links are going to be in the description down below. For Jack Mackay, absolute legend for letting us play here, and he's very good at soccer, so he'll make you better. Before we get started, I need to get the boys suited and booted. Right, boys, who likes surprises?
I actually hate surprises.
I'm very excited though.
Right, brilliant. So, basically, we have teamed up with the amazing team Mystery Retros. All right, they've given us 3 retro shirts for us to put on for this challenge, but even better, they're giving us a code for you lot to use at home. So if you use early kickoff at checkout when you're getting yourself an early retro kit. I mean, how good are football kits, boys?
There's nothing
Everyone loves a
better.
good football kit, mate.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, a new football kit.
Like a kid at Christmas.
No, I mean, nothing
Christmas
better.
is coming, exactly. Treat yourself, treat your boyfriend, treat your girlfriend. Hey, we're all about 2021.
century.
Exactly. So if you use the code early kickoff at checkout, you'll get some money off. Let's get the boys in these kits and let's have a go at it. Birdie, what you got, mate? What are you hoping for? It can be any kit across anywhere.
Did you do like opt out of any clubs?
Yeah, Yorkshire ones, because we don't like that.
So I can get a Liverpool
you
fan.
could have Man City. What have we got?
I've got
Oh, you've done all right there, I think.
Bayern.
Bayern Munich,
Hey, Bayern Munich.
German giants.
Rud, come on then.
Right, let's have a look. I'm nervous, you know.
What are we saying?
Little bats. Oh!
Oh, that's a kit, you
And
know.
just like the playmaker myself, little Fabregas, the pass master.
Right, anyway, you lot, get out of my ways, right. Time
Bayern Munich Champions League top, I might add.
for the main event here. We've got, I've been stitched up again. Right, I've done one before, right, because I've used these before, they're absolute legends. And I got a white kit that's from the same club as this. I've not seen the kit, so it might be beautiful, but I've got a Marseille kit. But to be fair, that looks all right.
I think
It's
I think
tidy,
so,
that.
mate.
That looks
I think
pretty
that's
nice.
decent.
Right, we're getting our kits on, and we'll see you at the challenge.
Let me just address this issue then.
Right, in what can only be described as one of the greatest mishaps in sporting history, I've obviously got a Tour de France shirt in child's medium. Thanks very much, boys, but I assure you, every other shirt is good and fits. These boys have been sorted out. Look at that! A classic Bayern Munich.
Lovely little Bayern Munich top.
Then you've got Cesc just doing bits. Anyway, let me explain to you so you can see me now, the challenge. I've got this lovely Sheffield United hat. In here, boys, there is going to be 6 different footwear items. We're going to go through barefoot / our socks, football boot, high heel. These will come up on screen, by the way. How good are those heels? School shoes, Wellington boots. What else? Sliders. They're what I'm in now. So we're going to take it in turns, pick one out of the hat. We're going to have 6 penalties each. Whoever scores the most wins. And what do they win here, you say? Well, we'll be competing all season for this illustrious trophy that you can see now. How beautiful is that? Boys, how much do you want to win it?
So much.
He does not. He don't give one
I don't think I've ever wanted to win something as much in my life as this.
If you think I'm taking this off this channel,
If
you're
any
on.
children watching, I apologise for that. Watch your mouth.
Right. Self-consciousness aside, how it's going to work, boys, is we all take one. We take 6 penalties each. But what we do is a random name generator for Rugers and net for each other's penalties. We're going to do it like a normal penalty shootout, so we all take our first one, we all take our second, and we all take our third. If it's a tie break, traditional penalty shootout at the end between the two. All right? Let's get into it. Right, boys, get us underway.
Oh. No shoes.
We're going in goal.
Are you hoping for here?
Looks like it's going to be Van Dijk.
Oh, he weren't hoping for that. He weren't hoping for that. Come on.
Easy.
Yeah, Liam, take them off. You've got to put them fucking stilettos on.
Lightweight this, watch this.
You've got his socks on, haven't they? Got to come off.
Nah.
No, socks. Yeah. That's what, just no shoes. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, that's a standard. That's your standard. Side net.
What is it?
High heels. Right, I'm going in there.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, come on, yes. Come on.
Whose are these? This is the Tour de France. Are these your mums?
No. My one's got a size 8, you monster.
I can tell it's safe to say there's not going to be much of a f***ing run up.
Go on.
I think you did all right then.
Did all right not to break me f***ing neck.
I'm going to do a Rod Stewart.
Football boots.
Yes! Oi, pick that up, Cams.
Oh,
Birdy.
it's me, mate.
Come on then. He thinks it's all over. But me and Rudder are about to start one apiece.
No,
I don't want
I don't want you to. I don't want you to miss.
You've got to have little partnerships inside this.
Nah. Big frame in that goal, you know.
Look at Neuer there. Look at Neuer here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that's as bad as his shirt fitting.
Not well. I'm not proud of that, am I? Obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously
only
not.
2-0.
Right. All right. No worries. But it bobbles here, or what?
Oh.
I didn't even take it off.
Didn't even take it off, this lad.
Oh.
What you got?
Sliders.
Oh,
No, it's you.
it's me.
Come on, big man.
Whistle.
Is that your whistle, yeah?
Oi, you just got to pick the corners, haven't you? Oi, you've lost your fluff.
Oi, it's a standard at the end of the day. 2-0.
We have got
That's what the people want to see.
football boots.
Ruddy, come on, brother. I need you for this one pointer. Oh, for God's sake, Josh, are you joking me? Wellies. Oi. Between me and you, you've never seen a penalty more bottom bins than this in your life.
Ben. Oh. Did you tie him? Whatever footwear, not a problem.
You need to get the other heel.
No chance.
What are you doing?
Oi, by the way, do you save those? You didn't.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, following Ruddy's thunder with the wellies and Birdy's cool finish in football boots, this is how the standings looked. With Ruddy having not missed a penalty and my horror missing my first, if I didn't score this, Joshua Rutherford would claim the first 3 points of the season. It all comes down to this.
Wellington boots, come on. Gone for the school shoes. Not made an appearance yet. Right, viewers, I'm going to be honest with you here. There's not very much grip on these shoes at all. There's every likelihood that I'll be going on my arse. So remember to like and subscribe, because I don't get paid for this.
If he misses, win early doors for Rud.
By the way, absolutely zero chance of me missing this. Yes! Get in there! Cheers, mate. Proud of you.
There you go, get
Right, so as you can obviously see from there, this smug idiot next to me has won the first one. Some suspect keeping there though, Birdy, I must say.
It must be having a laugh, mate. What about you? I think you set the bar with that first penalty. Mate.
Yeah. The first pen, as soon as that goes in, barefooted side netting. Then I'm putting him in high heels, wellies.
Yeah. I'd like to say I got fully stitched up and I got high heels twice.
Yeah, but I mean...
High heels twice, wellies that didn't fit me.
Yeah, but I scored in mine.
He did score in this, to be fair. I'm glad I didn't get stitched up with the heels at all. We have got the heels. We will be doing a giveaway, like we said.
Not of the heels.
But if any of you lot are interested in having the high heels, just let us know and we can arrange that. So, all we know is that Ruddy's won. We don't know who's come second and who's come third. Spoiler alert at the ready. Your boy managed to lock up second place with Mr. Christopher Birds propping up the table so far. If you want to see the moment that happened, make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description down below. There's going to be a quick video of that crucial moment where I secure that 1 point. And end of the day, boys, it's a long season, isn't it? I know you've got your 3 points in the bag, Rud.
Not getting ahead of myself.
Exactly. End of the day, you know, we're going to be here every 2 weeks, and every time we're getting a chance to get on that leaderboard. It's going to work like a normal league season would, so you get 3 points for a win. You look at our leaderboard now, 1 point for a draw and no points for a defeat. So as things stand, unfortunately for me and Birdy, big man's
It's a big
up top.
fat 0.
Yeah, I've got that 1, so we're sat in order. Feel good?
It's fate.
Yeah, well, we've got our sights set on you, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, it's a long season, like you say. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I'm just happy to be on the board.
Yeah.
Get him in early.
Yeah, that's a good point, to be fair. That 1 point did mean a lot to me. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Heels.
Yeah. So, as we mentioned before, there is a giveaway that's linked to our challenge this first week, because we are partnered with Mystery Retros, the absolute nicest guys you could ever wish for, and they gave us these shirts that you can see behind us to be able to bring good content to you guys. There's going to be some conditions of how to enter the giveaway. These are going to be in the description down below, but as a brief thing, you need to be following them on Instagram. That's going to be on screen now, their Instagram. You need to be following us on Twitter, and you need to quote tweet our tweet that is on screen now, tagging at least one friend in it. You also need to be subscribed to us. I know it's a lot, but what will you get for all that? Well, you're going to be able to get your hands on your very own Mystery Retro shirt. It can either be current or retro. That's not bad, is it, boys?
No, and what a perfect time. Hopefully just before Christmas, keep it for yourself, gift it out. It's up to you.
And we promise not everyone will get stitched up with a cycling top.
Yeah, that was a one-off. I'm promised that is a one-off.
Unless you're into sport clothing and cycling, then
that's the Marseille one.
Yeah.
You need nipple tape for that thing. It's insane. But yeah, we'll be announcing the winner a week after this episode has gone live over on our Twitter account. So make sure you're following on there anyway, so that you know if you've won. We'll DM the winner, get your size, and we'll send it out to you by special post, so you'll have it the very next day. So that is next week. Make sure you get in the description down below. All the things that you need to do to enter will be there.
And coming up now, the news. In this section of the show, each of us are going to bring to the table a little something that caught our eye this week in the world of football. I'll get started, and what I'm going to talk about this week is, did you boys see what happened to Mr. Graham Potter, Brighton and Hove Albion manager, at the end of their draw with Leeds this week?
I did, Chris, but I'd love to get your...
Absolute shocker is what I'm going to say.
Take us away.
So the Brighton fans, if you are watching, decided it would be a good idea to boo Graham Potter at the end of that 0-0 draw. Now, for me, I think it's a bit ridiculous, because I think Brighton are punching above the weight anyway. So look at where you are. Be grateful to where you are.
God.
Does he need booing?
And they battered Leeds.
They did.
They did batter
Brighton
Leeds.
play good stuff. Granted, I think they need some work in that final third, but they play some good stuff. If I was a Brighton fan, I'd be quite happy where my club is right now.
I think you've been a bit scathing on them, a bit like being a bit above the station.
They're 8th in the Premier League and they're getting booed.
Well, I tell you what subscribed me. Hey, I tell you what surprised me the most actually about that was Graham Potter was actually very frank in his admissions, and he basically said almost the same thing as you. It was like, if I'm owning that club, he sort of said, look, it's Brighton and we're 8th in the Premier
Yeah,
League,
exactly
which it is true, but should he not be like, I don't know, more pro the club? Does that undermine the club a little bit, is what I'm trying to say? Because he's
Like
saying,
glass half full, glass half empty. So.
yeah, it's like little old Brighton and I'm actually doing really well, which, I just want to clarify, I would have Graham Potter as the best English coach, right now.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know what you boys think to that.
I think he's done an absolutely brilliant job at Brighton.
He has, like,
English or like British?
English.
Right, fair enough.
Because Moyes is obviously number 1, if not.
I was just going to say Rodgers, but obviously he's
Oh, yeah.
Irish. But...
That's still British, isn't it? Is
Yeah,
it?
you said English though.
Yeah, so I'm just, yeah, no worries, mate.
No, I understand what you're saying with the undermining of the club part, but at the same time, I just think be grateful of where you are, kind of thing. And without being too respectful, it is Brighton.
It's true though, because imagine fans. Obviously, as we've mentioned before, I'm a Sheffield United fan. We finished 9th in the Premier League in that season where we went up. I'd say that I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but I'd put United and Brighton similar sort of stature of club.
Probably, yeah.
And for
Really?
me, you don't think? Anyway, for me, just to clarify, when we finished 9th in the Premier League, I thought Christmas had come early. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
All my Christmases at once, actually. Yeah. And if someone would have been questioning Wilder then, like I'd have been questioning them.
Yeah, 8th in the Premier League is pushing for a European spot.
Yeah.
Like, come on. A 0-0 draw with Leeds at the end of the world.
No. What do you lot think? If you are a Brighton fan, or if you were to put yourself in their shoes, would you be grateful? Let us know.
Let us know, yeah.
Comments down below.
Intrigued to know.
I don't know about you boys, but I've been a bit more of a sombre tone, I suppose, but I've been a bit worried recently. I'm a bit of a worrier. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Don't worry. Basically, John Fleck, he unfortunately collapsed the other day in a game of football, which was a very much a bore draw, 0-0 affair. I won't bore you with that, but it's the second time that he's collapsed in the last 9 months. We've also had, Charlie Wyke, is it?
Charlie Wyke.
Charlie Wyke, he's collapsed recently. And I think
Christian Eriksen at the Euros.
Christian Eriksen's a big thing. And my sort of question to you boys is, because this is in the news and we're seeing it, in my opinion, a lot more than we used to, is there a reason for that? Like, are these players being overworked? We hear a lot about them saying, like, why have we got the Europa Conference League? We're getting overworked with games. I know it's not an issue for Sheffield United. You don't need to tell me that. But is it a case that these players are playing too many fixtures? Or is it just pot luck that things seem to be getting that way?
I find it weird that it's happening more frequently.
Yeah, there's got to be something behind that, hasn't there?
Well, a lot of it's been said is, like, everyone loves to jump on this coronavirus bandwagon, and they're all like poking towards like the vaccine, stuff like that.
What, as in it's these players?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know.
That's tin hat stuff, innit? I don't know.
Yeah. Not getting into that conspiracy.
The only thing I can think of is like more games, because Football League, 46 games is a lot, innit? And then obviously,
and you've got your cups as well, yeah.
Papa John's.
Yeah.
And it's international players as well. John Fleck plays for Scotland. Eriksen obviously
happened at the Euros.
Yeah, legend. And when Fabrice Muamba went down, it was like a freak thing. Whereas now, it's like another one. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's causing.
Because when it happened to Eriksen, it was like echoing the Muamba thing, and now, like you say, it's happened again and again.
Aguero. I'm just realising. Daley Blind obviously collapsed as well before. Like it does seem to happen more. And
he plays with like a thing now, doesn't he, Daley Blind?
Yeah. Stint or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit. I'm hoping you've got something a bit lighter for us, but it does worry me a bit that what's happening to our players. But yeah, Rud, what you got for us?
So mine was Saturday night. The little eyebrows raised. I saw it on Twitter first. So the Portuguese first. The highest level of standard in the Portuguese league.
Primeira Liga.
Yeah.
He's been practicing his
Liga
team
Nos. Looking at the pronunciation of it.
Come on.
Belenenses SAD, or SAD, played against Benfica, who are already, they were top/first before the result. So one of their players has been on international duty in South Africa, and he's come back and tested positive, and he's took down quite a hefty amount of the squad. So they had 9 available players for this fixture against the top of the league, and the league have made them play it, even though both teams have said no, it's not on. Like, they've had a COVID outbreak, so they had 9 available players. That's without subs, and they had an outfield player as a goalkeeper. So one of the goalkeepers were playing outfield, and they were 7-0 down by half time.
I was about to say, what score was it?
7-0 down by half time, and then they had to abandon the game because they didn't have enough fit players.
What's
It was
that?
more than 6 in it or something like that.
Oh,
So
God.
they had to abandon the game at 7-0.
So why have they done that anyway? Why did they play the first
Yeah,
half?
what happened?
The league's made them play it. I don't know.
I mean, what are you? If you're a fan of that club, what are you thinking when you see that? It's not good, is it?
I don't know if it's the fact the goalkeeper's playing outfield, because like, you always feel like goalkeepers fancy themselves as a bit of a footballer.
Yeah.
Obviously, he'll be found out. But then then it's all right maybe playing someone in the bottom league, but no, you've got to play top of the league Benfica.
Good luck.
It's been 7-0 at home with 9 players.
And that's the news. Coming up now, we have another challenge. Only this time, it's not us boys. It's a guest challenge. So going forward, the plan is we're going to have a guest on every week and they'll take part in this challenge. What I'll do is I'll explain the challenge quickly. It's a simple premise. 15 penalties, 5 normal with your strongest foot, 5 with your weak foot, and 5 with a good old blindfold on. We got 4 lads down to take part in the first episode just so we can get a bit of a leaderboard on the go. And what do they win, I hear you ask? Well, they win this extremely coveted little trophy right here.
What, little?
Oh, well, I was going to say, it's got some right weight to it. Now, if you want to get on the show and have a chance at winning this, let us know. I'll get you down. But now, let's cut back to the Kinetic Academy and see how these 4 boys got on in the first ever guest challenge. What's this place called? Kinetic Academy.
Yeah. Oh, that's very
You ready?
posh.
Right, here we are back at the Kinetic Academy for the first ever guest challenge. We've got 4 lads coming up first. Up first, we've got
Brett.
Brett. And let's see.
Every word of it.
Up next, we've got
Will.
Will. Will, what are you going for? Put a number on it.
14.
14. 14. Guess number 3. Who have we got?
The winner,
The winner. I like it.
Ross.
Ross. And what's the aim, Ross?
To
Got
win.
more than one.
To win.
Final challenger for episode 1. Who have we got?
You've got Ross Weston.
Word.
Like the whistle, yeah? There's no need for that, will there?
That is a little bit embarrassing, a little bit worried.
Boom.
I'm going for bins.
You don't save them. You don't save them. Of course it went in.
Right, so as you can see, the boys have took their strong foot penalties. Very good start for Brett Weston. 5 out of 5.
Very good start getting him in there. That's the good start.
Twice. Some suspect goalkeeping in there from and you as well, Pat.
Yeah, I will.
And you as well.
I'll hold my hands up. That penalty, the one penalty that Will Lane scored out of his first 5.
I think it was worse than a bunch. I didn't shout myself in glory, but
Yeah, of course you're going to say it's the worst of the bunch. You've been dinked twice. That's ridiculous. I'll tell you who surprised me there, Ross Barrow. Fair play to him. There's some good penalties in there.
I've always backed you, mate.
No, I love it, mate. I love it. And by the way, before we do get into the second 2 parts we've got, cheers to all 4 boys.
yeah, thanks, boys.
Yeah, legends.
Right, so coming up now then, the boys will take their blind penalties. So let's cut back and see how they got on.
Blindfold.
Blindfold.
This is my one miss then. Do I need a blindfold?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like this, you know. Hey, look at Steve still. Alright, Rud, watch this. Is that my one miss, yeah?
I don't know where it is. Oh no. I lost that one going back.
Have I hit 3 woodwork?
I don't like this.
Right, it's obviously a lot harder when you can't see, believe it or not. Good round for Ross Weston again, though, getting himself 3 out of 5. Will Leyland, bit of work to do coming up. But yeah, some suspect penalty saving there.
Or
this
lack
time
of
round.
thereof.
Yeah. What do we reckon to that?
I mean, when you said to me before I had the worst of the lot, I mean, he's kicked one in for him.
And the guy couldn't see.
Right. Can we just say my specialties in other areas? As you can see from our challenge, I scored every penalty. My ability is a goal scoring, not goal saving. I'll admit that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you will. I don't think you need to, though.
One penalty I do want to talk about.
Yeah,
on the night, we didn't know from the naked eye if it went in or not. Ross Weston's blind one, where it hit the corner, I was in the goal. So I've had the best angle of it, and I couldn't even see it then. It's hit the corner.
It went flying past him. Sorry, go on, mate.
It's hit the corner of the bar and bounced down, and we couldn't tell. But obviously, from the video, you can see it bounced down well behind. So, what a penalty, mate, even if you obviously can't see where it's gone.
Yeah. Though, other contestants were a little bit upset with Ross's technique for the blindfold penalty.
It was a bit dubious.
Bit of controversy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I think we'd all be proud of that one if we didn't have a blindfold on.
100%.
So fair play to you, Ross, mate. That is an absolute belt of a penalty.
Yeah. Well done. Right, a few of the boys have a bit of work to do coming into this final round, but it is time for the weak foot. So let's cut back for the final time to the Kinetic Academy and see how they got on.
Oh, these could be rough. Go that way again.
Still feel blindfolded.
Oh, bar. Bar, crossbar.
Are you having a laugh?
Oh, I've stuffed it. Oh, save.
Decent, lad, decent.
Right, there you have it. The end of our first round of guests for our guest challenge. Went very well for Ross and Brett Weston, who find themselves top of our leaderboard on 9 each. A respectable score for Ross Beresford on 8, and the less said about Will score, the better. What do we reckon, boys? How do you think we got on?
I just don't know how Will's only scored 1 penalty out of 50.
Yeah, it's not great.
I would like to apologise to Will, because well, you owe me in some sense because I let one of your penalties in. Although I'm not going to say that was on purpose because I'll be honest, it wasn't. But obviously I edited those clips and I've absolutely done you dirty on that last one especially.
Technology saved Ross Weston a bit of a family pride.
So at the moment, They're sharing this beauty.
Yeah, he's going to the same household.
It's going one place and one place only, unless you want to beat it.
There you go.
Let us know.
We'll see, obviously, next episode, we're going to spend a bit more time with our guests then, and we'll see what sort of score they can put up. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see that one. Right, that takes us to Social Corner, the part of the show where you can have your opportunity to send topics in for us to debate and have a chat amongst ourselves. It might be a question, it might be a hot take. We're going to bring in one, maybe two, every single time we do it. As for now, we're a start-up business, aren't we, boys? You know what I mean? We're just getting off the ground here. We want suggestions for the next episode, so make sure you send them in. We've got our DMs on Twitter that are open, our DMs on Instagram. We've got TikTok. Comments down below on YouTube. Anyway, email. You know what I mean? This boy's on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Carry a pigeon. Just get your suggestions in, then we'll debate them in the next one. But I don't know about you lads. Since lockdown, I sort of getting into podcasts. Me and Birdy used to run one. We used to run one. I've been listening to that Peter Crouch podcast and sort of gone back to the beginning and worked my way back through. They got sent in a question that they couldn't find an answer to, so I thought I'd put it to us to get an answer. So the question is this: if in the Premier League every single team had to swap from the starting 11 the goalkeeper with the striker, who would win the league?
What? So that's the only change? Just swap the goalkeeper with the striker?
Yeah. So every single team in the league, the goalkeeper's going to be playing up front, and the striker's going to be playing in net. Who would be the best? They couldn't say who was going to win the league, and I feel like at early kickoff, we're football experts. Better than a former England international, all right, who's got 40 goals or whatever he's got for England. No, he ain't got that many, has he? The robot king himself. We can find an answer to this question, and I think it's our duty. So what are you saying, boys? I mean, we spoke earlier, didn't we? A little touch on Ederson. He's a good...
I want to jump straight in. I don't think it's going to be about the amount of goals you score here. I think it's going to be the amount of goals you don't score.
I think it's all one good Ederson up front.
The amount of goals you don't score.
The amount of goals you...
I think it's all a good Ederson up front, but I'm not feeling Jesus in there.
Yeah, because
I think you've got to think about who's got the best defensive midfield. I'm going to jump straight in.
You're sort of ignoring the sort of premise, though, aren't you? You're like saying, don't even worry about goalkeeper striker.
It's not just
the
them
rest
two.
Of the
it's
team.
not just them two playing. I'm going to go Chelsea. Obviously Mendy's brilliant.
So that's Lukaku in there and Mendy up front.
Yeah, big presence Lukaku in the net.
Yeah.
I'm not going on how many goals Mendy's going to score. I'm thinking outside the box here, how many that Chelsea back line is going to stop getting to anywhere near Lukaku.
So you're ignoring the question?
Effectively.
I'm about the end result, not the process.
No, I think Chelsea is a solid shout, though.
Well, some might say I'm back Chelsea to win the league
going to
anyway.
throw Manchester United into the hat, though.
Oh, of course you are. Wait, so who's your starting strike? Ronnie?
Cristiano Ronaldo in there.
In there?
David De Gea up front.
Yeah, but Ronnie, he's a natural-born athlete. I will give you that. He's good at...
He's going to give it a go.
Name
yeah,
the
but
sport
he's
that he
very...
couldn't
He's
be.
like, I couldn't see him diving about in the mud and getting putting himself on the line there. What about Burnley?
So you got Nick Pope up top.
Chris Wood.
Burnley.
Chris Wood in there.
Chris Wood in there.
Yeah, I do feel like we are doing the other teams dirty because this would level the playing field, I think.
It would. I think Burnley's a decent shout. Chris Wood's a big guy.
Is there any other current Premier League players that have been in the net? Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker, yeah, but he can't go in there. He's not a striker.
Yeah, striker.
No. What I said about us being better than that Peter Crouch podcast.
I'm excited.
So let's run through. You were saying before about Pickford being a decent shot.
Yeah.
As
then
a
you got
striker.
Calvert-Lewin in goal.
Calvert-Lewin in there, yeah.
Big lad. Big lad. Made that
Bit of an
Sheffield
image freak
steal.
as well, though.
Easy made that Sheffield steal.
Image freak.
Yeah.
How's he an image freak?
Have you not seen his fashion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not image freak. He's breaking down barriers.
Each their own.
Guy's a legend.
Each their own.
Liverpool would struggle. Not fancying Firmino in there.
He's too worried about his teeth.
I'm going to go with Leicester.
Vardy and Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Vardy in net.
Vardy in net, right? This lad has about 12 Red Bulls before a game.
I do like that.
He's getting there before the Bulls even got there. He's like here, there, everywhere. And then Schmeichel, I just think he'll have a bit, me. I think he's got a bit about him. He's hard as out as well. If I were a centre-half, I would not want to be up against
Kasper Schmeichel as well, footballing family, which means he's grew up playing football,
He's got
so he's got a
pedigree.
bit about him.
Of course, he's got pedigree.
Yeah.
He's absolutely got pedigree.
Yeah.
He's also been on that Peter Crouch podcast, but
Yeah. And his dad scored a
watch
few
him.
goals.
there you go.
A few.
Couple.
At least one. So I'm going to go Leicester. I'm locked in. Chelsea, Leicester, Man U. What a surprise that is, by the way, everybody.
I'm going to go
They can't even keep the goals out.
I'm going to go Burnley.
Yeah.
I'm going Burnley.
Oh, right.
Yeah, of course you are.
I'm
Yeah.
going Burnley, mate. I'm going to back a minnow.
Who else have we got? Spurs.
Kane in there.
Kane's been in there. Kane has been.
Finally.
But he did concede a free kick where he spilt it in the net. I remember it was in the Europa League.
Yeah, I remember.
So
Kane
at
and
White Hart
Lloris.
Lane, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, this is what I mean.
We're talking experience. So, but you're backing Lloris to score many up top?
Yeah, but then maybe Kane's wanting to get out of the club and he's chucking him in.
I'm going Spurs, mate. I'm going Spurs. I'm locked in. Spurs.
Oh my word!
What an absolute U-turn.
United, Burnley, Spurs. Which one do you want?
No, Spurs locked in. Kane's been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
I'm doing Leicester because as much as I hate
Chelsea.
him, I'm backing Vardy. He's
Chelsea,
just
too
been
solid. Midfield, defence anyway.
Let us know who is going to win the league if you swap in goalkeeper and striker. Get in the comments down below. Leicester City, we all know I'm right.
Right, now it's time for my favourite part of the show, something that I led on this time. It's our away day.
Look how happy he is.
All right, so I love an away day. I've been to far too many that I've not even enjoyed either with Donny.
Lad.
So this week, I took the boys to Bolton v Crewe. Wet, cold. Let's see how we get on.
Right, so I brought the boys' first ever away day in the segment today to the University of Bolton Stadium, home of obviously Bolton Wanderers, once in Europe, now languished 16th in League One. Tonight, against Crewe, bottom of the League One. We're in the Crewe end.
It's all going off. It's all going off.
We were worried about there weren't going to be anybody here. We're here. We wanted to make an hot dog. They shut it, as you can hear again. We wanted to test an hot dog. They shut the kiosks because there's a flare. It's good. Right, welcome to the first section of our fans quiz. So we've got Henry.
George Rose.
George very kindly joined us tonight. It's been a bit of a tough atmosphere to get two fans to join us. So 3 questions each, boys. Mostly on this season. I'm not expecting you to know much, it's fine. Just a bit of content for us. Hopefully you enjoy it. So who wants to go first?
Rosie does. Go on, Rose. Get your lad. Go on.
George, you want to go first? Yeah. Right, first question, George. How many points have Crewe got this season?
12.
Incorrect. 9 points. Over to Henry. Who is Crewe's top scorer this season?
Chris Porter.
Incorrect again. Do you boys come to the game? have you been this year?
He's not even a Crewe fan either.
Right, next question. Oh, sorry, Mikel Mandron. If that's, is that how you pronounce it correctly? Yeah. Next question. Who did Crewe play in the first game of the season?
Portsmouth.
Incorrect. So the question was, who did Crewe play in the first game of the season? It's Cheltenham Town. Unfortunately, it was George's question. Next one for Henry. Who has played the most minutes in the league this season?
For Crewe? Yeah, for Crewe.
I'll give you a clue, it's all about Crewe.
Oh, bad is this? Luke Offord.
You two are you? No, again wrong. It's is it Rio Adebisi? Is that how you say it? This tiebreaker's we're gonna need a tiebreaker for a 0-0.
Well as a Villa fan, this is awful.
Last question, potentially. George, what year were Crewe founded?
1912.
1877. Bang on. Again, it's not your question. 1877. Boys, it's not your question. Sorry, Henry. Right, last one for you. You can take it here. Crewe's biggest ever league victory is 8-0. Which current League One team was it against?
Ipswich Town.
We're going to do this tiebreaker, I'm afraid. It was Rotherham United. The last time these two teams met with crowds was in 2017 at Gresty Road, or the Mornflake Stadium as it's now called. What was the attendance? Bolton 1-2-1, have a guess. Keep note, please, Chris.
10,520.
10,000, he's obviously never been.
Poor shout that. I'm going to say 4,200.
Comfortably, Henry takes the title of Crewe's most knowledgeable fan I've spoken tonight. The attendance were 3,167. Lads, can I get just before you go a score prediction for tonight?
I'm going to say 3-1 Crewe Alexandra.
3-1 Crewe.
8-0 Crewe Alexandra.
8-0 Crewe Alexandra. He says that. Thanks a lot. Right, another thing we wanted to do on our away days is test out the food.
The grub.
And now, I did want an hot dog, and it did put me off a bit when it said that the hot dogs were called Uncle John's hot dogs. I don't know who Uncle John is, and I don't know what his hot dog's like, but we're not going to find out. He ain't got any. So, Birdie, what have we got?
We've got a nice meat and potato pasty.
16% beef. You can get these for £3.20, University of Bolton Stadium.
£3.20 your price point. Let's have a go.
Dry.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Very dry, but
It's not horrific.
I put worse things in my mouth.
Yeah.
A lot worse.
Got a bit of spice to it.
Now, pasty or nasty?
That is the question. Am I going to eat it all? Yeah. Would I buy it again? Probably not.
But we have been forced into it, there's nothing else left. Out of 10?
I'm going to give it first episode of the season, middle of the road, 5.
Yeah, it's borderlining on a bit nasty, it's a bit dry.
Yeah.
You wanna just have a look in there, look. There's a
It's
lot
a
going
bit-
on in there.
Have a look. It's a bit cold in the middle as well.
I'm a simple man. I'll go 6. First half. We didn't know what to expect with the atmosphere. We didn't think there was much following it tonight. It was the bottom of the league. But we walked in, flares, shutting the kiosk. That's probably why there's no Uncle John's hot dogs left. They've gone off. Good atmosphere.
Been very surprised.
To say it's a 0-0, they've not looked at anything going forward. They've looked solid enough at the back. Well, it's wet, it's windy, it's miserable, a bit like Crewe's performance, I'm afraid to say. Great bunch, fans, but just like my beloved Doncaster Rovers, they're going to struggle this year.
Right, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. What about you boys?
Well, I was sort of behind the scenes. I think you could hear me singing a little bit behind the cameras.
You were Crewe's number one fan, that's like that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It was an experience in that Crewe end.
He had a really good week that week. Everything was going right for him, obviously. He won our football challenge. He ended up taking us to Bolton versus Crewe away. And I don't know about you, Birdie, mate, but when I get told that's the game we're going to, I didn't have the highest of expectations.
Doesn't whet the appetite.
No, but yeah, I was wrong. I tell you what, Crewe fans, me included, as I am now a Crewe fan, singing the entire way through. Well, I'm not. I love the Blades, obviously, but they're fans anyway. That's my point. Brilliant.
They were really good, really non-stop throughout.
I think stuff like that, that's the nitty-gritty of football, that level. It's not pretty, but it's pretty good to be in there when you're in it.
I did notice, by the way, obviously we're going to do food when we're at games, and we did that whilst we were there. Birdy, I don't know if you've got any shares in that company who made them pasties, but you were doing your best to make it sound like they were actually all right.
Like polishing a turd.
Yeah, you were doing his best. You were like, oh, there's hints of spice.
To give them something.
But in reality, it was.
It was standard middle of the road food, but I don't want to boot them whilst they're down.
One good thing to come out of that, the remembrance in this country to a T.
Yeah,
it was good.
The silence.
Yeah, it was. It was brilliantly observed. Yeah. To say like straight after it, the banter all the fans giving each other, but during that minute, it was across the whole stadium.
It was good, that, yeah, because it was the atmosphere was lively.
Yeah,
to say
like before the game, and we had flares and stuff before the game, and they shut the kiosk and stuff like that. But as soon as the whistle went for that remembrance, it was all, everyone did it.
There was one woman in the crowd, boys, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, she had a rough day.
She firmly did not enjoy it.
She did bring that on herself.
Yeah, she did. So a little bit of backstory on her. I was cameraman for the day. Thoroughly enjoyed that experience, actually.
Yeah.
And we approached people before the game, before Henry and George, absolute legends. I wish that we could actually tag them in this. If you do know them, if there's any Crewe fans watching this, they seem popular lads amongst the Crewe fans. Yeah. So if you do know them, please do let them know. But anyway, them two legends ended up saying yes to us. Sorry for your confidence, boys, but you actually weren't the first two that we asked. This woman was one of the people who you went up to and asked. She was quite negative from the outset. But anyway, long story short, the Crewe fans were singing, and when you sort of humorously take the mess out of how bad you are, because we all do.
I know.
Yeah, well, exactly.
So I could see her out the corner of my eye, and she's like that, looking up like.
She wasn't enjoying it.
And I leaned over to Luke and I said, "They're not happy over there, they're a lot."
She was just slating her own fans. Yeah. I think then they all just.
And it was rough.
They just got back at her, some choice words for her.
Yeah, she unfortunately had blue hair.
Yeah, and boy did they run with that.
Yeah, the people in the crowd were drawing comparisons to Marge Simpson, just typical footy lad behaviour. But yeah, she was a negative Nancy. I think the chant was something like about having bad fans sit down or something like that, and she said, "Oh well, you best all sit down then, because you haven't said one thing positive all game." I thought, yeah, but
Karen.
Yeah, they're ironically taking the mess out of their own club.
And she got a phone out and started filming them all.
Yeah, which was reciprocated. It was a messy affair. But yeah, I loved the game. Good start for us for a football game.
One ticked off.
Yeah.
Thanks, lads.
Right, we hope that you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. We certainly enjoyed making it. It's been an absolute pleasure. We hope that comes across with how we come across on camera. We are loving every single second of this, and we're excited by the project. We think it's going to be massive, and I don't know, I'm loving every second of it, boys. I hope you feel the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think doing something you enjoy, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And spending time with you lot doing this, just one big laugh, but hopefully everyone enjoys it.
Look at that.
There's a tear to my eye.
That's on the week where he's won.
Watch what happens if I lose. I won't be sat here.
No, but I think, speaking on behalf of the boys, we've absolutely loved it. We know it's not been completely perfect, this episode 1, not as smooth as we might have liked, but we're only going to get better and better, and the content's only going to get better and better as well. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. You're following us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We're all over the place. Get in touch wherever you want. We're always open for a chat or for any suggestions as well.
Yeah, I think that pretty much rounds us off perfectly.
Lovely stuff.
Roll credits.
But let's cut to it now and see how the 4 boys got on in the first ever challenge episode.
A lot of young lads. Don't pull that in.
Look at these 3 idiots. Right, come on, we're not all in shot, look. Get it, camera. Who's not? Me. Hey, right.